Saturday, January 18th, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is back with another night of adrenaline-fueled action. It's BKFC Fight Night Pachanga. In the main event, BKFC OG Elvin El Bandito Brito scraps with the always-ready Yevgeny the Sailor Kordanov. In the co-main event, Robbie Problems Peralta knuckles up with Jordan Haymaker Christensen, plus many more bare knuckle fights. Watch all of the savage Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship action on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
It is a new year, and we are live from Satellite 5. I'm Brian Soscia. Maybe you're caught in snow. At least we are here. It's cold. It's insane. I didn't miss the snow. I didn't miss shoveling. But I did miss you. We all did. And we're happy to be back after a 2-week layoff. Hopefully you had a great holiday. So much to get into today. David Feldman. He'll be stopping by momentarily. Also, we're going to go through some BKFC New Year's resolutions from some fighters we got. Bryce Hall apparently going to be jumping on here at some point to talk about Knuckle Mania and his big fight with Kimbo Slice Jr. I hear he has some big announcement he wants to make. Also, a new show announcement. Speaking of announcement, we have a new show coming up. We'll talk about that later. A new fight. Also, why not? Why not just keep going with the announcements? A ton of new signings. We'll get to that later as well. But for now, here with the boys in the booth. Guys, how was your holiday? Happy New Year. I'm acting like we don't talk off the air. Listen to me.
It was wonderful. How was yours?
Pretty good. First with the new baby.
Yeah.
That was probably awesome, right?
That was great.
Baby's first Christmas.
Her a ball pit.
Oh, she probably loves that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Senior's here.
Oh,
Here we are.
Yeah, look at it. God, is that you? I think I hear him.
I just walked in.
He's
here.
he just walked in.
How was your Christmas?
How was your holiday season?
It was great. It was great. We had a little party at my house. You guys all came. And the good thing is I told them, I said, listen, if you guys are looking for bonuses this year, don't come. And they all came. So I think they like us.
Hey, did you get your Christmas present from Junior yet?
I did not.
Okay. I can't wait till he gives it to you.
I did not.
It's gonna be,
and he's on vacation now as of this morning.
Which means we can all go a little bit, right? Does that mean we get a vacation? Or?
It's crazy, man. People think I'm the boss. I'm not the boss. I am so not the boss.
Well, I'm happy to have you here. I'm glad you had a good vacation, good break. I think you got a little sick. I did too. Like the first day we had off, the day after your party, you can hear it. I'm still fighting. I think I had COVID.
It's because Howard had COVID.
Maybe I got it.
At our party.
Yeah.
Is that crazy?
He's super spreader event.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's part of their
invincible.
I think it was on purpose. I think that was to keep us at bay for a day or two, so we couldn't even talk to anybody else about possibly working there to stay here. Right? That's your way to kind of infect us. Oh, I'm joking. It was a good party. It was a good time. But we're glad to be back, and I'm happy you're here today, Dave. Like I said, we have a lot of stuff to get to. And while we have you, I have so much to talk to you about. We haven't really talked to you since the end of the year. Let's start there. We have some announcements we might make today. We have some stuff we're going to talk about, but I want your thoughts on 2024 because it was a landmark year for us. And now we're heading into 2025, which I know some of the stuff going down is getting bigger and bigger. It's crazy. It's like a snowball. It's rolling, getting bigger.
Yeah, I think 2024 was our biggest growth year ever in history. It was certainly our highest revenue year, the most views that we've ever got, the most impressions we've ever got in any single year. We made the headlines so many times. Obviously with Conor McGregor and all the great fights and all the different acquisitions and different deals that we did with DAZN and things like that for 2024. 2025 is just filled with so many possibilities right now. There's a lot of combat sports promotions out there that aren't really performing that well, and that's opening up the doors for us right now. And I'm not picking on anyone in particularly. I'm saying boxing, MMA. There's a lot of different opportunities that are going to rise for us right now, and they're all reaching out to us. And it's just fantastic position for us to be in moving into 2025 with all the different things we got going on. We're going all over the world.
Yeah, man.
We got a huge tournament. We got so many different things that's going to happen in 2025. It's certainly 100%. This is our make it or break it year. We either blow it wide open this year or we're done.
Blow it wide open or just blow it. One or the other. I think we're going to blow it wide open. I think we're going to continue doing it.
There is, there is no other option. But I had to say that. Look, we are going to blow it wide open. We're in a great position. We got a great product. We got great fighters. We got a great staff. We got the best fans in the fucking world. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, everyone's excited in the chat that you're here. They're talking about Knuckle Mania and stuff. And we're going to get to that in a minute. What I'm being told is we had to release more seats. This is heading into 2025. This is our second event we'll have in 2025. The first one's in California, but our first time at home. And I just saw today online, we had to open up more seats. That place is going to be jammed.
We opened up more seats, and it looks like resellers bought half of them already to sell them because they knew the demand. We will break the combat sports attendance record. We will break the combat sports revenue record at the Wells Fargo Center. Just truly unbelievable for us. Look, the little engine that could, right? Really, like we were just like, this little nothing-ass promotion that started right down the street in the warehouse, right? And here we are.
Secret show.
We're going to break the record in our hometown that took us 9 years to get here. But we're here. We're landing on January 25th. It's going to be one phenomenal event. We're going to break records. We're going to have so many people in attendance, so many celebrities, so many different Philadelphia sports stars. It's going to be an awesome, epic event, and I really, truly can't wait just to show all the fans, right? Like your family, my family, all the fans that we talk about this for years, now they get to see it live right here. It's going to be phenomenal.
What a feeling. I was just excited for my family to see it, like my father and stuff. He can actually come, but I didn't think about that. You're right. I've been talking about this for years, and now he gets to come see it in person. It's going to blow his mind. It's going to blow his mind.
What's so awesome about this, man? Like, I got some friends that I've been friends with for a long, long time, and they all hit me up for tickets, and not one of them said, can I have a ticket?
That's cool.
They all said, can I, like my one friend bought 12 VIP tickets. My other guy bought this. It's amazing the support that we're getting because look, in Philly, you don't know if you're going to get it, right?
No.
You're either going to get the support or
we got it and I'm still unsure we have it. That's how crazy Philly is.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just, it's an amazing way to start off 2025 with Knuckle Mania. It's going to be phenomenal. And then we're moving on to so many things.
And before, I want to explain this. If you're not from the Philly area, you've never been here. When we say Wells Fargo, what we know, you might not know. Wells Fargo, there's other smaller arenas we could have gone to. Sure. Like Eddie sold out the Liacouras Center with Bellator. Yeah. He's leveling up now. Wells Fargo, you're not talking about stadiums. You're talking about arenas, is the biggest arena in the Philadelphia area.
You know what's funny, man? It's really manifesting this stuff. It truly is. And, some people might not believe in that. But I said we're going to be the fastest growing combat sport in the world. I said it over and over and over again. And we're the fastest growing combat sport promotion in the world. I said when I announced this, when you and Junior and everybody said, what are you doing with this arena? And I said, we're going to break the record. And you guys were like, yeah, okay, buddy. We're going to break the record.
I'll admit
we
this.
are going to break the record.
I'm going to admit this. You're saying it sometimes, it sounds good to say. My first thought was, and I said to my wife, I'm like, I love Dave, but he's nuts. Like, we should start at the Liacouras Center, what's that, like 8,000, 10,000? Yeah. Not a bad number.
No.
Then from there, we should build to Wells Fargo. And then I said, we're probably going to get stagnant around this number of tickets. I wasn't doubting. I was just getting ready to see marketing and all.
And it's rolling now.
It never stopped.
It's rolling.
Dude, even over Christmas, it was
over
doing well.
17,000 people are going to be there to watch Knuckle Mania. I mean, that's unbelievable for us.
It's nuts.
17,000 paid. That's what's so incredible about this. Like Sturgis was, they paid, but they paid to get into Sturgis. They didn't necessarily pay to get into BKFC. We were a paid act there.
Yep.
But they're all paying to see it, man. It's just unbelievable, man.
This is the thing in Philly right now. And the Philadelphia Eagles are doing very well. They're being talked about, but we're right aside from that in Philly. I mean, we have so much. We're going to be on Fox Good Day coming up next week. We're going to be on the big morning shows. Yep. We haven't even, the best part is, Dave, I know you realize this, we've promoted, we have some billboards, we have some stuff going, but we haven't really cranked it up. Now it's starting to crank up. So now it's going to get more nuts.
We have, 25% of tickets left now. And we only used, I think, 25% of our marketing budget. So
that's pretty cool.
We're at a great scale right there. But, man, I'm just hype and pumped. And, the kids, my family, everybody gets to be here. All the friends, all the neighbors, everybody that I've been talking to this about for years.
The Philly fighters
are
like,
what is it? Like, right? What is it? I watch it on TV, but when they see it live, it's game over for all these people. And it's just going to set up Philadelphia for us for the future because when you can start with a bang like this, it's going to be unbelievable. Connor will be there. A lot of other celebrities will be there.
Oh, yeah. They keep hitting us up, Dave. Every time I think, I'm like, we got another one? We're not going to have room. We got to extend the VIP. So it's like a big party if you've never been there before. If you're just watching and you're from Philly, there's fights, there's entertainment, but it's like a gigantic party. And I think it's different in the respect that, and we've said this before, because you're the true fans, that if you come to an event, you can almost guarantee you're going to meet a fighter, hang out with a fighter, meet a celebrity because they're all there. They're just hanging out in the crowd.
Yeah, man.
It's awesome.
It's going to be awesome. And one other just little added touch we just finished up right before this show is there's a group of Philadelphia Flyers called the Broad Street Bullies.
Yeah,
a lot of people might not know it. But when I said it's going to be the first bare knuckle fight on Broad Street in Philadelphia in the arena, and they, the one guy called me up and he said, man, we dropped the gloves so many times in that arena. So what we're going to do is the Broad Street Bullies are going to be in attendance. We're going to honor them all at the arena on fight night. We're going to give them championship belts. It's going to be a fantastic.
That's incredible.
Night. Yeah, man,
I mean, they
awesome.
were huge in Philly.
Huge,
like they were it.
Huge.
I mean, you remember we were growing up then. Well, that's another added bonus. So we'll keep on reporting on Knuckle Mania 5. It's going to be amazing. People from all over the country coming. I'm seeing ticket sales coming in from everywhere. The fighters in Philly, they're very excited. You're giving them a chance to. And what I'd like to do with you in the coming weeks is have you go through some of these fighters because you know them better than anyone else and kind of educate some of the fans on who these fighters are and why they're important on the show. Because I know you handpicked a lot of these, right?
Yeah, sure.
Because you knew they'd be great.
So I used to promote. What people might not know is I used to have a boxing promotion and an MMA promotion in and around the Philly area prior to launching BKFC. So some of these guys fought for me. Some of these guys I heard of right when I started doing bare knuckle, and everybody that's on the show that I handpicked are not just very good fighters, not just going to leave it all hang out in the center of that ring, but they're actually really good people. Every single one of them are, and that's why, because we got overflowed with people that wanted to get in.
Remember that tryout?
And I said, this guy deserves an opportunity. This guy deserves an opportunity. Like the one guy said to me, he said, I want to do this for one reason, man. I mean, I have many reasons, but the main reason is I promised my son one day I would fight at the Wells Fargo Center, and I was like, wow, let's do it.
That's powerful.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome. So before we get off the Knuckle Mania thing and talk about some other stuff in 2025, I feel that Philadelphia had this rap as a tough, it still does, hostile city, tough city. Boxing, Rocky, come on, all of it. It's been big here in years past. Yep. I do feel like it still exists. All this MMA, the boxing, it's still there. The heartbeat of it's still there. But I feel like Philly hasn't been able to be known as a fight city like we used to be. Do you take some pride in bringing that back? I mean, that's going to come back with us.
Yeah, man, it's really, truly unbelievable for what we're able to accomplish here on our first outing here. And you know, this one magazine just said the new king of Philly combat sports. You know, David Feldman, BKFC. Like that's being. Like doing all that stuff worldwide, it's unbelievable. Let me tell you something, it's unbelievable. But doing it at home when we weren't allowed to do it for 9 years, it's like the cherry on top. It's just it's so sweet and so special to us, to me especially. Like it's just because I battled so many no's to get here, and this state gave me more no's than anybody. And then Ed Kunkel comes in and he says, "What are we doing here? We're missing BKFC. We're not missing it anymore."
Yeah. They're waiting. They're waiting. Yep. They're going to see everybody else passing by. A smart move by Ed. Thank you, Ed. All right, let's talk about other stuff because we'll talk a lot about Knuckle Mania. I know we're all pumped. But coming up, 2025, just what I know, and there's more to come, I'm sure. We have Italy. We have Dubai. Any more movement on those two? What do we know about them? What can we talk about them?
Yeah, we got April 4th and 5th. They're going to happen in Dubai. They're going to be followed by concerts at night. It's going to be a fantastic event. I think we're dropping that. I think we're dropping some of those matches tomorrow for that fight, April 26th.
Because you're going to be on with Ariel,
April
right?
26th will be in Florence, Italy.
Okay.
We actually just finalized that 100% yesterday, although we announced it, but we finalized, you know, with the financials and everything that we have to do there. Yeah. We got that done yesterday, so that's going to be another big one. We're also going to be doing something in Hungary, Germany, and Australia 100% this year. Like those are really big ones for us. We're going back to Mexico. I think we're going to do part of the World's Baddest Man tournament will happen in Mexico City. So it's just, we're gonna get a lot of miles.
I mean, we got so many places we're going, but I know we had a very successful event in Spain. Do you see us going back there or doing any more BKFC there? I would think.
We're tentatively looking at a date right now in March. Once the I's get dotted, I know it's coming up fast, but we should dot those I's and cross those T's tomorrow on that. And if we do, that will be March 15th in Madrid.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Now, do you dot the I's and cross the T's in Spanish or in English? Like, do you put accent marks? What do you do? How's it work?
I trust my translator, and he screwed me last time. Remember, we had the money stuck in the intermediary bank for 3 weeks.
Be careful. All right, so we're excited. All these places we're going to go, and we'll keep you up to date on that as well. But Dave, Another thing that a lot of people that probably aren't paying attention, they're looking at the sport of bare knuckle, how we're growing. But a major thing happened, I think it was yesterday or the day before, it was very recently. One of the places we show some of our fights, and it has been kind of behind us since, not day one, but since earlier on.
Great
Fubo
partner.
Well, Sports, they're great partners.
They're not just a partner, they're actually an equity owner in BKFC.
Great. Well, that helps us even more.
Yeah,
and
so,
I always like, and tell me if you think I'm right, when ESPN first came out, they couldn't get enough sports. Fubo Sports was newer, and they grabbed us right away. They're one of the first people because I think, like ESPN, they were looking for stuff. We could give them a new sport.
So we have the 11th most watched show in Fubo Sports history. That's huge for us.
Wow.
The 11th most watched show in Fubo Sports history, and the 10 above that are only major soccer matches with Messi and Ronaldo. So that's it.
They work too quick in there, and they're kind of screwing up the announcement we were just going to talk about. But here it is. It's on the screen right now. This is huge for the company we're working with. It's, as you said, equity owner, and it's huge for us.
Yeah, man. David Gandler, the president, I texted him yesterday. I said, all hail the king of network TV. He's what I love about it is he's like us, right? He's the little guy that pushed against the big guys. He sued the big guys. He sued everybody. And this is why this happened. This was part of the settlement that they're going to do the merge. They're going to do the acquisition because of this settlement, because the little guy was saying, you're not going to push us around, and we're going to push back, and we're going to sue you because you're creating a monopoly. And he ended up on top. And it's just phenomenal for him. Kudos to him and congratulations to him because he had the balls to take on the big guy.
And now we're in a position, I feel like, I'm not speaking for you, and maybe you can't even say anything yet, but I think this puts us, we're in a pretty good position already. But if they're linking themselves at all with Disney a little bit and stuff, this could be another game changer for not only them, but especially for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. I mean, that makes sense.
Listen, all the years leading up to this, it was perception. It was telling people what it was. It was the hype around it. It's facts. It's real. It's data. Our views don't lie. The numbers don't lie. Yeah. We have more viewership than any other combat sport promotion in the world except for the UFC, hands down across the board. We have more viewership than any other combat sport promotion in the world except for the UFC. That's unbelievable. So obviously they're going to be knocking on our door, and they already started to, and we're going to finish up these negotiations really in the first quarter, and we're going to have something big. And DAZN has been an unbelievable partner for us, too. It's got us a lot of boxing fans.
Oh, they're great.
We've had tremendous success with DAZN so far. Great partners, and we're going to do a lot of really, really big things with them. So we have a lot of great possibilities coming up for BKFC, for the fighters, for the fans. I don't want the fans paying for all these different multiple streaming platforms, so we're going to condense it somehow, and we're going to figure this thing out. So, it's very fan friendly.
So is there any truth to the rumor? I am putting you on the spot. You're going to get mad at me. Is there any truth to the rumor now that they've had the merge that we're going to do Mickey versus Goofy in a bare knuckle fight? Because I want to see it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you versus Evan.
yeah, that's
You're
right.
Goofy.
I'm fine. I love Goofy. He's one of my favorites. I'd be Goofy all day. I'd do that for free. Get me the suit. I don't even need a suit. They're saying.
Oh, you on suits? You got to see my Knuckle Mania suit.
What do you have a special one?
If it comes in, it's sick.
I can't wait.
It's sick.
Where'd you get it done? Your normal guy?
Yeah, Dan Maroney.
I was trying to give him a plug. I can't remember his name.
Dan Maroney. He's awesome, man. I think he overcharged me this time, though. Dan, I'm giving you plugs. I'm shooting you out to everybody, and I think you overcharged me this time. Now, he's a great guy. He actually did an exhibition match a long time ago with Rodney King.
Oh, he did?
For Damon, yeah.
Can't we all just get along? So Dan, what's his name?
Maroney.
Dan Maroney ain't no phony. He's got some of the best suits in town. Check him out. All right, they're saying in the chat here, S&C David says, people I know who have been to Philly say it's a scary place to visit. That was a while ago. Has it changed or is it still scary? Before I tell you, Evan responded.
I'm answering him.
Before I talk about what would you say to that?
I mean, in general, I don't think it's scary, but I think
but we live
if
here.
if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan and you're rooting against the Eagles, it's scary. They threw bottles at the Dallas Cowboy bus.
They threw batteries at Santa Claus and snowballs in the 70s, remember?
They did. It's crazy. So listen, it's
they're nuts. It's fun nuts.
It's not unsafe, but it's not the most friendly city in the world.
Here's Evan's answer. Very corporate Evan in there writes, they are a great partner. No, that's the wrong one. Sorry.
that we're talking
That's
about
early.
the
That was
zone.
for the zone. The one you wrote was like, it's changed. Anywhere has, what's it? Anywhere
not
has
what I
nervous.
said.
No, you said anywhere has places that are,
I said, here,
Where's it at? I can't see it.
You're blind.
oh,
I
there it is.
said,
Like
what-
any
there
city,
you
it's
go.
places to bring it has places to bring your family and places to avoid.
There's places
Where
you
would you
can
bring
bring-
your family in Philly, Evan?
Anywhere Center City.
No, you would.
I know.
I would.
I'm just
you know,
laughing.
I would.
I'm laughing.
But I wouldn't bring
South
family.
Philly's really
I wouldn't go to
having,
South
South
Philly's
a
safe.
big come
Yeah.
up. Listen, Kensington, half of Kensington is a major come up.
Did you
right
hear
now.
about that, dude? They got rid of mixed gym.
Yeah.
It's what do they call it? Gentrification or something. They call it. They're building it up. Yeah. So mixed gym's
Yeah,
gone.
man. What,
Yeah, Fish
if you just want to know where not to go, Brian, I'll tell you.
North.
North.
don't
I
go
grew up
past
in
the
North
zoo.
for that. That's where I trained my whole life.
West.
So, I mean, look, there's
As long
some
as
are
you're
west,
smart.
some are north, some are northeast, some of South Philly is great, and some of it's bad.
Now
It's just
South
the way
Philly's
it is.
protected by the Italians. We're all good there.
Yeah, you're
Don't
good.
worry.
You're good. And we got some major protection there, so we're good.
right. So South Philly does get a bad rap. It's because a lot of times the fans. I actually maybe because I live here, I don't think it's that bad, and I'm excited because I like the chaos. I talked to Evan about this, and we'll show it later. Some people sent some stuff in about how Philly fans act. Evan, I think the parking lot could be crazy, like tailgating.
My buddies are already saying they're going to be tailgating. They're like, what
Oh,
time
it's
should we
gonna
get
be
there?
Sick, bro.
It's gonna be nuts. We were showing
I
clips
thought
of
we're
Eagles
gonna
games.
Send,
This is
we're
gonna
to
be
send
sick,
cameras
bro.
out there to kind of get like
So
that,
sick.
the roll in.
Can you imagine? I mean, this is hockey games where they fight and Eagles games where they hit each other. This is an actual.
I can't
fight.
wait to do my my pre-fight announcement for this fight. It's going to be sick.
I can't wait to see
Nate's
it.
going to be so mad at me because I'm going to throw so much bonus money around.
Oh, I love it. So, all right, we got all that good stuff we're talking about. We're waiting for Bryce Hall to call in a couple minutes. But before we talk to Bryce, I want to ask you, tomorrow, you announced this. I started talking about it earlier. We didn't get to it. You're going to be on a show tomorrow. Plug the show. You're going to be on tomorrow. I don't know
I'll
if
be on the Ara Hawani show live in studio for the first time in New York. I believe it starts at 2:30 Eastern time. I'm not 100% sure on that, but you got to check the time and let them know. Can someone in the green room let me know?
What time you're on tomorrow?
the boys in the booth.
Yeah,
Let me call
I think it's
Ariel.
2:30.
Yeah, give Ariel a text.
Yeah,
See
let
if
me
you,
see.
come on. But regardless, it's good to see you on there. And I forgot, right? You've never been in studio. That's going to
Nah.
be cool to be up there with
Never
you.
been in studio.
it.
Have a couple of meetings up there. I'm going to knock that out. It's going to be a great day.
It's going to be awesome. So, where are you at? I got to get you some water. Where are you? Oh, you got water. Where are you at with just as far as with?
2:30, pal.
Wow, we were way off.
I said
Did
2:30.
you say noon first?
What's wrong with this guy?
Lack of sleep, too hard work. What else? You want me to keep going? Gray hair, one ear. That's right, one ear. They don't know that. I'm deaf in my one ear, and these guys insult me. Anyway, look, you can
What?
hang out for. Shut up. You can hang out for a while if you want to. I'm trying to see if there's anything in the chat. Drop it for Dave. We'll get some comments from him. He's got another minute or two. We'd love to hear from you. Here's Kai Stewart. He says, I want to tailgate in Philly. Are you coming to Philly, Kai? The chat seems to want you
Yeah,
here.
he's coming.
All right. I love it. I'm looking forward to seeing Kai. Wherever Kai goes, and we're going to talk about that later, too. You know this as well as I do. Kai is talented. He's a champion, right?
Yeah.
Kai's got a bit of a mouth on him. Let's be honest. Some people love it. Some people don't. He's polarizing. But stuff happens, and we saw something recently happen with Kai. We're going to cover that a little later on the show because we haven't been on. You may have seen it, but we're going to talk more about that. Kai doesn't have a shortness of people that want to fight him and kick his ass, does he? And not just because he has the title. And Kai, I mean as a compliment because you get people going and they get you going, and then we have all kinds of great stuff. We'll
Yep.
talk about that more later. Here, these guys in the chat, they love you. They're saying 2:30. Dave knows. Yes, you do know. Dave, you're great. All hail. I have Bryce on the phone right now. Would you like to stay here and say hi to him?
Sure,
or-
why not?
All right, let's bring Bryce on. Bryce Hall wanted to come on. He said, Soch, what's up, Bryce? How are you, dude?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you guys?
Not too bad. Bryce, he couldn't wait to get on, right, Bryce? You said, I got to make an announcement. I got to
You know
talk
where he's
about
at?
something.
You know where he's at?
Where are you? You're not at home?
I am in Argentina right now with my girlfriend and her family.
Just a vacation?
Semi. Once I heard the news, you know?
Yeah. I feel you. Well, we're going to talk about that news. Let's talk about the news now. You're about to deliver the news. Nobody knows this news. You are set to face Knuckle Mania 5, Bryce Hall versus Kimbo Slice Jr. Is there anything you'd like to say about that fight? Is there something you'd like to talk about?
This is the first time someone's been scared of me. And just completely stopped answering the phone and, pulled out, I guess. I actually have no idea.
Yeah, man,
what's happened.
just happened. You know, we've been trying to get in contact with him and had a lot of trouble getting in contact with him. And then it was just, we weren't getting what we needed from him. I know that he just became a police officer. I don't know what's going on with him, but at the end of the day, is we weren't getting the responses we need, and the fight's not happening on Knuckle Mania. Maybe it happens a little bit later on in the future, but it's not happening here. But I think he, could be that he's afraid of fighting an influencer.
Really? What do you think about that, Bryce?
First time someone's scared of me, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm taking this as a W already. Even if this fight happens later down the road, I already won.
There you go.
So, I mean, this fight could happen later down the road. Bryce, I'm sorry you lost the fight. I know you've been training. I know you've been looking forward to it. But, I mean, I already lost like 30 pounds. I was like super excited for this. I mean, are you still going to come to the event? Or have you any word?
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if
I'm
Dave...
going to still come to the event, yeah.
Oh, good. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you there. Dave, I don't know if he'd even take a fight on this shorter notice at this point, if there's anything available for him.
Nah, I mean, it has to make a lot of sense. We're not going to do a last-minute fill-in or throw-in with Bryce Hall. We have a hell of a card there already for Knuckle Mania. Obviously, Bryce was certainly a icing on top of that. But at the end of the day is he's going to get in better shape. He's going to be more ready for the next one, and we're just going to keep rolling. I mean, this stuff happens in the fight business.
Bryce, question. This for you, I know you're newer to the fight game. You've been a fan. I know everything you've done with us. It's been great. But as far as this, you're training so hard. You've dropped 30. You were looking forward to the fight in Philly, sold out arena. It's got to suck a little bit. Does it piss you off? Do you really think he's scared? He's not returning. Like, what's going on? What do you think?
Honestly, I'm not pissed. It's like it happens. If he's scared, I think he's willing to do it later down the road. I'm 100% down to do that. I'm in Argentina right now with my girlfriend and her family. We were kind of assuming that something like this was going to happen by him not responding for the past like week and a half, 2 weeks with the fight coming up so soon. So, I mean, I'm not like angry or anything. I'm just going to come to the fight instead of walking out and getting punched in the face bare knuckle. I get to enjoy it in the crowd. So,
I mean, listen,
we'll
man,
just wait for a later date.
Look at all these influencers out there, right? Like, they all talk a lot of shit, but Bryce Hall is willing to step up against a legend's son who has a really great, fighting reputation himself. So really, I'm not just saying it because he's here, but I've said it all along. Like, how can you not take your hat off to a Bryce Hall who has really everything to lose?
I agree. There's no reason he has to do this.
Everything to lose.
There's no reason he has to do it.
And he wants to test himself. So,
yeah, I want to ask you about that, Bryce. There's no reason. Look, I don't need to talk about your financials, but I'm sure you're doing pretty well. There's no reason you need to do bare knuckle fighting. Why did you choose to do it? Is he there still? Is he gone?
He'll come back. He's in Argentina. Give him a minute.
He might have got a phone call.
He might have. They're probably like, well, the point is,
He's back.
I think there he is. Okay. Bryce.
Sorry, I don't know what just happened right there.
You're in Argentina. Like they said, it's fine. But I was asking you, do you feel that, what the hell was I asking? My brain is mush.
And why do you do this?
You were asking, I don't need to do this. Why do I do
why do you
this?
do it? Sorry, I'm so tired. I have 2 kids at work all night.
No, it's honestly the entertainment. I love one-on-one combat sports, like one-on-one contact sports, like those types of things. They really intrigue me. I saw bare knuckle going viral across the internet. I wanted to try it at least once. Thought that the one against G. Perez was going to be my last one, but I got the itch again, and I want to do it again. So, is
it like when you get a tattoo? They say you get more ink after the first one. It's like almost addicting. You want to get back in there.
Yeah, and instead of like ink, it's like scars. It's pretty
blood.
Sick.
Yeah, dude.
What a lot of people don't know is Bryce loves BKFC to the point where he actually put his money where his mouth is. He's an investor in BKFC.
That's true.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Bryce. Yep. We appreciate that.
Hey, thank you.
Well, the best part of your vacation now is that you can eat whatever you want, do whatever you want, drink whatever you want. Even when you come to the show, I mean, you might not be knocking anybody out, but you can knock yourself out with a couple drinks if you want. You can enjoy yourself. You don't have to worry about fighting. So, congratulations.
I'll have a few drinks at the Philly show, but here in Argentina, I'm just gonna vibe.
Awesome, man.
Vibe it out. Thanks for taking your time on vacation. Hope you have a good rest of your time there. And we're sad we're missing out in the fight, but you know what? We'll be glad to see you in Philly, Bryce. Thanks for always being
You'll see me very soon.
I'm sure we will. I can't wait, man. And I know the Bare Knuckle Nation's excited too. Thank you for taking the time.
Thanks, my man. Appreciate it. Enjoy your vacation.
You know what's funny? You're welcome. Everybody here in the chat, I feel like every fighter just recently showed up. And as soon as he said that fight was done, they're like, I'll fight him. I'll fight him. I'll fight. There's like 100 people. I love it, man. It's good stuff. That was cool that he came on. He was, I think, Dave, and I need your thought on this, that he was very professional there. by saying, he's not pissed and stuff. He wanted to come on here and talk about this immediately to get it out, to not jip his fans.
Well, he had a lot of people that wanted to come to this, and he didn't want to mislead them. And at the end of the day, this stuff does happen. And do I think Kimbo Slice Jr. is afraid of him? I don't. I think that he had some things come up, and this is just what happened. But then at the end of the day you also could be a little nervous about fighting him, not because you're afraid of Bryce Hall. You're afraid of the possibility of losing to a Bryce Hall. Right,
yeah, and it can happen in bare knuckle like that. Even if Bryce isn't the same caliber.
So we'll see. But I'm sure that he has some things going home and some things going on, and we're gonna put this one back together.
Congratulations to Kimbo Slice. I know I think just got out of the police academy from what I heard too. So he had a lot on there too. And dude, wait a minute, to be a guy that knows how to fight, then go to the police academy and learn even more tactics. Come
absolutely.
On. I don't know. We'll keep you updated on the Bryce Hall situation. But that match, I'll say it again. Get ready, podcasters. Clip this part. It's not happening. Knuckle Mania 5. It's been called off. Bryce Hall, Kimbo Slice Jr. Not because of Bryce. Bryce wants it. He just can't get in touch with Kimbo Slice Jr. So that's where we're at. Dave, I know that you're up against it. You can hang out if you want. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do, my friend. If you got to go, I'm sure. Okay, bye.
Nah, I got to go. I got some meetings. Thank you, Brian.
I know.
Thanks to all the fans. Listen, I'm telling you, if you can get here to Knuckle Mania, it's going to be the most unbelievable live experience that you've ever had with BKFC so far. If you can't, just tune in. But thank you guys, as always, for being great fans.
Did you hear, though? Like, for me, I heard a rumor they're going to get me a bare knuckle bazooka that I have. They're going to get me a revolver. So I can ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. Shoot. That's going to be awesome.
Because if you would have had a dud, a dud like you have at home sometimes, with that bare knuckle bazooka, it would have been a problem.
I had a 3 the last show, and I wanted to kill the thing.
Did they order it? Did they order it?
Junior told me that we're using the Sixers one, so that one won't fail.
Oh, that's great.
I know,
man.
it's going to be
all
cool.
right. See you guys.
Anyway, thank you, Dave, for coming on. Good luck with the meeting. I knew he had a meeting because right before he came in, he's like, guys, let's tidy up this conference room because we're slobs down here outside the studio. All right, more stuff to get to here. We kind of went out of line here today. I know I told you to get the fighters' resolutions, the new show announcement. We're getting to that. Also, a ton of new signings. We're going to be talking about that. Let's start with let's go back to the mailbag because we kind of, flipped over that.
It's time for mail call.
Funny news. I couldn't get the printer working today. Do you guys find that? I mean,
I didn't know because you didn't freak out like you normally do.
Because I'm
like, this fucking printer, fuck.
It's because I think there was a sound effect in me flipping out. But I think it's because I had a second of rest and relaxation, and I was probably calm. Next. Oh, that's the snake rising. That's for Taylor. That's later, you clown. All right, listen. Let's go to the. Now you're gonna make me laugh through the mailbag. You're so stupid. You're throwing me off. Oh God. All right, so mail call. The first one. It's snowing. This was sent in. They just thought this was funny and wanted us to watch somebody running in the snow, doing cardio in the snow. Let's watch.
I said, what are you doing running? And you're saying it was really good out?
It's the perfect texture for running. Very low impact on its dry snow so your feet don't get wet.
All right, thanks. We've seen a lot of people out here, like you said, running, sledding, just enjoying it. One thing,
That was on the local news? Was that on here? Where was that at?
That's the video's 10 years old.
I saw, I think I did. Hey, I got to play it. They sent it in. I like that.
So that's a classic.
It's been a while. I'll take that. All right, then there was Paul. Paul wanted us to see the size. See, we haven't been on for Christmas or New Year's. We get a lot of these old messages. Paul wanted us to see the size of his TV that he got for Christmas. He's excited to watch Knuckle Mania 5 on it, he says.
Dishwasher.
Paul, that's not yours. That's great though. That's all. I'm gonna ask my wife to recreate this. You think she'll do it? Oh, Brandon, what would my wife say if I ask her to do this?
Go fuck yourself, Brian.
my Italian sopranos like
Italian Delco.
Yeah. Oh, that was great. That's one of my favorites that ever got sent in. If you're not watching, if you're listening, the guy sent a big screen TV in a box and put his wife laying down next to it and said, "My TV's now bigger than my dishwasher." Great. All right.
I don't get it.
I don't either. I'm just laughing through it to make believe it's funny.
Yeah. Kate, if you're watching, that's not funny.
Me, you, and Brandon, if our wives see this, are all going to be stuck washing dishes
I do the
tonight.
dishes at home, so
you know what's funny? You know what's funny, dude? I almost sent you that when he sent it, and I thought, I bet you Brandon doesn't do the dishes. I mean, I bet you Brandon does the dishes. I swear I thought that. You look at the kind of guy that would, and that's wonderful. We switch, and we have a dishwasher, but she does them for the most part. She does 98% of them. Matter of fact, if I'm trying to get in good with her, I'll just do the dishes, and then all of a sudden she's all happy. It works out. Now I just told my freaking thing. I just screwed myself. I'm going to have to be screwing myself now, I guess. All right, let's see. Okay, this next one is from the Kill Eagle family, Wesley Kill Eagle. He always tunes in out of Montana. He wanted to wish you a Happy New Year. This is from his family. He sent this in. There they are, all looking like they're joyous and celebrating the new year. 2025, the Kill Eagle family. That's his wife in the front. See that dress she has on? She told me last time I met her, she makes her clothes. I think that's really cool. This next one coming in saying that I love Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship so much. In parentheses, it says Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Thank you for the shout out. I'm losing my voice. It says I flip for BKFC. Let's watch. Cute. Flipping. Oh my God. Evan, could you do that?
I could do this.
That sucks, dude. How, like, was that a setup? That was real. That had to be real. Jeez. That's great. Oh, Sammy O'Shit's back. And he just wrote, yet again. Oh, shit.
Is this it?
It looks like Man, that's rough, dude. Let me see that again. Can I see that again?
I'm good.
Oh, she's good. All right, she's safe. How'd she not get hurt at all? Just her pride. Oh, shit. I like Sammy. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That was cute. All right, Little Ben. Little Ben's in the chat. Little Ben sent this in. He said, you know all fighters do this, so you should show it. Let's look at what he's talking about. Is he fighting anybody? Is he shadow boxing? This is true. Okay, he's shadow boxing. Thank you, Little Ben. That is, I guess, true, because, I mean, we work here, Evan, Brandon, you know this. He was just on, former pro boxer, one of our bosses, a son of a former pro boxer, boxed a little bit, also one of the big wigs here. And I feel like anytime we walk in here, you're getting liver shots thrown at you, you're getting punched.
Always.
It's always happening.
He'll come up to you, and you just got to kind of keep your elbows tucked and your ribs covered, because he'll just go,
yeah. Dave said to me the other day, he came in to say something to me, and we're just talking, and he walks up, and I went, I like that. He goes, why are you flinching? I'm like, because anytime you idiots are around,
it's good, though. It's good training. You're always ready.
It's crazy. I'm glad you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. KMS records or records. I still have to figure out what this is. It's one of those two. This is cool. Pat Sullivan, let me explain this. He's going to be on the Philly card, Knuckle Mania against Kane Tomlinson Jr., and he woke up to this. He walked out on his balcony. You can't see what he's pointing at probably. He's right off 95. Next one. Right here. He saw one of our billboards. He came out, woke up, and that's what he walked out to. So to be a fighter, first time on a large card like this, Knuckle Mania 5, Wells Fargo Center, you're from the area and you walk out. There's Philly for you. Beautiful. You walk out and you see this in the morning. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So thank you, Pat Sullivan, for sharing that. There's one of the vehicles that's been traveling around promoting. We've a fleet of them going around. It's been crazy. And there he is with one of the bombshells. I believe that was at his bar appearance that he did for us. So Pat Sullivan, looking forward to it. There's a press conference. This guy's a badass, known for it, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do against Kane Tomlinson Jr., who's fought for us before, Knuckle Mania 5. Speaking of Knuckle Mania, we're getting more and more of these, and I like these. Keep this energy up. We were talking about this with Dave a little bit ago. What will the Knuckle Mania parking lot be like? Are these the Philly fans? Let's watch.
Go fucking birds!
That is a woman from Philly, I would say, Evan, or the surrounding area.
Oh, yeah.
So that's just them in the streets. They're not even at the game yet. And you know what? I think we missed one because the Philly. Here's another Philly fan. Tony, a Cowboys fan here. And there's thousands more like him. I bet you he's at the Bare Knuckle show, this guy.
Oh, yeah.
And next to him looks like Stan the fan who used to come to wrestling shows. He was the guy. They did stories years ago in Philly where the pretzel vendors, do they have them in every city, like the soft pretzel vendors? I don't think they do. They'd be out there selling to the cars, like out of carts. And they did this big expose on how they would go and like pee in the alley, not wash their hands. The guy, I think in the green, if that's Stan, I couldn't see it on my glasses on. He was on the news for not peeing and washing his hands and selling pretzels to people. So if you come to Philly, be aware of buying those soft pretzels off the street. They do taste good, though. It's weird. All right, the other one I wanted to spotlight from earlier. We missed it. Somebody sent this in. This is Philadelphia, what they did for the new year. And somebody says, is this how you guys dress? Let's look. That would have been right after the Wesley Killigall New Year.
Yeah! Y'all drunk as shit!
So this is... They are in Philly, and there's thousands of people like them. They're called the Mummers. Every New Year's Day, they get together. This is all over the city, New Year's Day.
Look, bro.
South Philly, man.
Yo, bro, can you tell me one thing positive, bro? Just tell me one positive. We need a positive message, bro. One positive message.
What is it?
It's like 9 a.m. Everybody's drunk.
Go Eagles, bro.
Go Eagles.
So just so you understand, because they're not from here, people that are watching, that's New Year's Day. It's a huge tradition in Philly. It's called the Mummers Parade. They work all year. All year they do fundraisers, and they make all their own costumes, all their own stuff, and they work all year, and I think it's awesome. It's like a 3 to 5 minute performance tops to do this performance and raise money for it. And then you know what they do after the performance and the parade they have? They then go probably to another street in South Philly and do the performance again, like unofficial. And then they go back to their clubhouses and do it again. All the while, everybody's drunk. You just walk into people's houses on their stoops, you get drunk. It's a good time, the Mummers Parade. And then they rinse and repeat and start raising funds immediately for the next year. The Mummers do a lot of good. Look them up. It's crazy stuff. Actually, the dude from the Eagles, Kelsey, he dressed as a Mummer when they won the Super Bowl. That was a big deal. So there you go. There's a little look at the Philly fans. Now, another thing, this is kind of a cleanup show, too, because we haven't talked to you in 2 weeks and we've missed you. But we didn't really get to talk about the Hollywood show too much. So we want to show you a couple behind-the-scenes pieces from the Hollywood show. The first one, a guy that, this guy, he's going to be a star. He already is becoming one, Perdomo. This is his, I think we have his walk back, Leonardo Perdomo.
Ready, get go.
Yo, mira. Yo, chao. Hey, I'm all ready for the fight, right? All the fighters, heavyweight, Zambo incoming, right? I'm coming, baby.
There you go. Perdomo, his English is getting better, but I don't even want him to learn English. I like who he is now. If you watch the post-fight pressers, and you should, the guy doesn't even try to be funny. I don't know if he's trying or not, but it's always compelling what he has to say. There he's pumped up, coming out of the ring. We're looking forward to see what Perdomo does next. The other thing we want to look at is another behind the scenes. We spoke about this earlier. I think he's still in the chat. I can't see it, but pardon my voice. At Hollywood, you might have seen this online already, but it's another angle of it. Kai Stewart got into a Brian Duran. They sold that place out months prior for the title, but they started bantering back and forth. We have some footage of it. Kai was very upset about this, and so was... Here, let's watch. So was Brian, obviously.
Josh Dyer.
Dyer getting there. See the redneck back there?
Get the fucking camera out of my face.
Oh, he's angry.
We're done. Who was shooting that, Justin?
I think. I don't know if you can see it. I think that one of the sponsors' drinks was thrown on.
Is that blood on his chin?
Kai.
Kai, yeah.
I think they're blood tattoos, bro.
No, I'm saying Kai had
Kai.
something red on his chin. I don't know if that was Duran, kind of bled on him a little bit.
I didn't see.
Right there.
Or does he just have one of those cleft chins? I can't tell. I have my glasses on.
No.
Is this a soul patch?
Right there on his chin. Is that the drink? What is
Oh,
that?
that is interesting. I thought it was coffee, like cold coffee.
Duran's blood? I don't know.
Maybe he just uses markers.
Kai, if you're in the chat, wait.
Maybe Kai was painting before the
We'll
show
see.
and he didn't. Who knows?
Stay tuned.
There could be a lot of things. I can tell you this. I didn't see that happen. I was off doing my stuff. And then I saw Kai there. And typically when we see fighters there, I go over and say hello, thank him for coming, kind of find out what's going on to talk about it on the show. And I walked over and saw Kai and his girl there who just did some stuff for us too. And I sat down next to her and I was alarmed. She yelled at me, not at me, at the situation, but it was moments after that. She was pretty pissed off. And then I was like, I don't know what's going on. So I said something to Kai and Kai never yells at me. He was screaming at me. He's basically, and I was like, I don't even know what happened. I just walked away. I said, bye. So then we talked afterwards. Kai was pissed. And then if you look at the on the event afterwards, he brought up Brian's name. So if you don't know, if you're not following Bare Knuckle enough and you're just tuning in, Brian had an injury, he says, when he fought Kai. He got surgically repaired. He's a better fighter now, he feels, and he's barking up Kai's tree again. Is that fight going to happen? We don't know. I know Kai was pretty pissed, and I think that was maybe not even on purpose, a way of trying to goad Kai into another fight. So we'll keep our eyes on that situation. We'll tell you what we see. Evan, are you monitoring the chat right now, or should I look? Is Kai still in there?
Kai said, who remembered him turning his back like a bitch during the fight, and Andrew Glenn saved his life, is the official.
These guys hate each other.
Kai, if I may add,
please.
When we went to Miami to our sponsor, the El Toro Loco, what a spot!
So you're moving on from Kai, and you're going to talk about this.
Just thought I'd mention.
We can. Yeah.
Let's get back to it. But if I didn't say that now, I would have forgot. Great steak.
El Toro, we love you. Great steak, Lamborghini ride, I heard. Evan,
that was fantastic.
Evan, looking at me out there.
Now, back to Kai.
After I lived in the lap of luxury, now back to Kai.
Is that a fight you see being made immediately? What's the...
I don't know, man. I think...
What else excites you at 145?
Well, it excites me, but I don't know how quick they'll make the fight again. It's not that it doesn't excite me. And my thing is, I think that it would be interesting to see again, to see if Brian is truthfully repaired like he says he is. It did big business last time. A rematch could do big business. I don't know if Kai really wants that, or he was just angry, because right afterwards, I think he might have mentioned Brian's name on TV.
What's Kai want?
I don't know what Kai. I just want to know what he wants, and I wonder what the red thing was on his chin.
He says BKFC can pay me.
Is that what he's saying in the chat?
That's what he says. What does that mean? Whatever.
Gee, thanks, Kai. Thanks for that rousing response. BKFC can pay me. They can pay me. I want to pay me too.
He said.
Find out what the red thing was on his chin. That's what I want.
What's the Kai? What was on your chin? Was that blood?
Should I just call it now? Because then it'll get all crazy. Should I call him?
If you want.
Kai, I'm going to call you. Better pick up. You have like 2 seconds though, because we're running short on time here. But I'm going to do a cold call, see if Kai picks up. I'll do it through my. You don't have to do it. I can just do it on my speaker because it's not going to be long. I just want to check in with him real quick. I didn't expect to do this, and we're running short on time. Yeah. Let's see if he picks up. Can you guys hear that okay?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
King Kai, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing, Brian?
Great. Before we get into this, because we weren't planning this, you were really angry at me. I've never seen you so angry, and your girl was too, and you were yelling at me, and I was nervous, and I ran away from you. Kai, is everything okay with us?
Oh, everything's okay with us. And I understand it. I get it. I get Brian Duran's angle, but it's like, try fighting at our weight class. Try fighting a #1 contender fight. Why are we all pretending right now? Because at this point right now, it's all pretending at the featherweight division.
Okay, that's Kai. Again, we appreciate you taking some time with us, and we're sorry that happened. Oh, I'll tell you really quick why. I know you said the camera was there. This is why I don't believe it to be a setup, because I knew nothing about it. When I came over to talk to you, you were mad. I was confused. And when I walked over, I mentioned it to Dave. I'm like, dude, Kai's pissed. He's over there. You know, he didn't, I don't think he saw what happened or whatever. I don't know. I'm not speaking for him, but I saw the look on his face, and knowing some of the higher ups in BKFC, when I see that type of look, you can tell if there's acting or not. It wasn't acting. So maybe it was set up with some other people, but I don't think it was set up from the top down.
Maybe, and that's where I want to say also, I did have a conversation with Dave Feldman himself. So, like I said, I'm good. I know what I want now, and as king, I'm going to get it.
The king.
But you know, just a half-emptied coffee.
Is that what it was?
Down there, yeah, half-emptied coffee, who happens to be Bare Knuckle's biggest sponsor for that event, happens to get thrown on me and my girlfriend. Yeah, there's some issues.
I feel you. Well, you have to listen. Hold on, Kai. You have to at least, if that is the case, you have to at least give kudos to Bare Knuckle for taking care of their sponsor, right?
Yeah, I mean, fuck, yeah.
I'm messing with you, Kai. I'm just trying to be entertaining.
I'm a sponsor guy. Listen, I'm a sponsor guy.
Not like that, though.
But now it gave me ammo, Brian. That's what they did. They fucked up. I was happy. I was happy. Now it's like, if they're doing this, I'm about to get paid.
All right. Well, listen, I'll tell you what. We're going to keep up with the continuing saga of Kai Stewart, our world champion, King Kai. All hail the king. You should be being fed grapes and fanned right now. I hope you are. I'm going to let you get back to that, all right?
All right. Take care, Brian.
Thank you, Kai. It's good talking to you. Thanks for picking up. There goes Kai Stewart. It's great. I like that we can just kind of call people like that and find out what's going on. I didn't know Kai was that pissed about a lot of that stuff. Evan, did you have any clue? I mean, I knew he was mad, but
No, I didn't even know until I saw it on Instagram like the night of.
Yeah, we're running
Everything
around so
happened.
much.
Yeah.
We don't see everything because we're running around. You're trying to do stuff. I'm trying to do stuff. I was so shocked.
I was
I'm
on
like,
the other side of it. He was on the other side of the ring too. I didn't even see that.
all right, we have a lot more to get to, so let's just keep cooking.
let's roll.
You know what? I'm going to go through some of these quick because I promised you fighter resolutions. Zach Kalmus fighting Pat Brady coming up, Knuckle Mania 5 in Philadelphia. That's going to be a fun fight. His goal is to completely dominate, at Knuckle Mania and challenge for the BKFC World Championship. Zach Kalmus is BKFC World Champion. Wow. Can you imagine that? That would set the world on fire, Zach. That'd be insane. Chris Camozzi said he wants to get as many fights as he can in 2025 as possible. He'll defend his belt against any and all. That's what he's saying. Let's see. Doug Cold Red Coltrane says he wants to reintroduce himself to the middleweight division. See y'all soon. I think Doug should also reintroduce himself to the rap world, make a rap album. If you remember, you can go back and look at it. A year or two ago, we played Doug doing some freestyle. Ask him. If you see him, he loves doing it. Remember, who was with me? Was that you or Brandon? When I asked him to freestyle and he's looked at me. Oh, you have it there? Yeah. Oh, we got. Oh, I was hoping you would have that. I didn't even ask you for it. You're good. Doug Cold Red Coltrane. Coltrane.
I'm gonna just be real. Long dude, about to get smashed. Check it out tomorrow. It's Cold Red Coltrane and Blake LaCasse. I guarantee you, I'm getting that ass. No homo.
Dude, that was great.
That's all he said. No homo.
I love it. I love it. So there, go back to rapping as well. That could be huge in your
Long
future.
dude.
Thank you for that long dude.
Getting that ass.
Getting that ass. Gonna get that cash. Gonna get that ass. Whatever he said.
About to smash.
Dude, that was just so people know. We were doing an interview and I said, "You rap?" He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Hit me a freestyle about your opponent right now." Like he came up with that on the fly. Good for him. Let's see. Ty Emery saying 2025 is gonna be a turnaround of all the collected years of sacrifice. She said,
Ty Emery been? I want to see her.
She's saying that. She said, not a big on resolutions. I like to assess my goals at all times, but this coming year, I feel some change coming. Beautiful displays of technical violence. Well, that's great. We look forward to what she has to offer. We've seen what she has to offer in the ring, and we see what she has to display after. So hopefully that's part of her resolutions. I'm going to get in trouble for saying that, but read between the lines. Let's see. Keith Rockstar Richardson said he's getting his title back. He doesn't do resolutions. He sets goals. Jared the Lion Ridge, let's see, said it'll make 2025 his most fruitful year he's ever had. Hitting his professional and personal goals and helping others achieve. That's awesome. Nathan the Reaper Rivera, I saw him in the chat. He always pays attention to the show. I love this kid. We talk about how he's just up stock going up, man. He has 3 New Year's resolutions. He says he would like to fight 4 times. He'd like to fight overseas for BKFC, and he wants to break into the top 5. Love that. I can't wait to see him fight again. This kid just wants to fight. What's the matter?
I just looked at the show poster behind you and.
What's the matter? Right?
Nothing.
Oh, who the hell moved the carrot? Did you do that? Who did that?
I don't know. It wasn't like that when the show started.
It just moved down. Yeah. Anyway, I wish we were still sponsored by Blue Chew.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. Big Ben Rothwell, Knuckle Mania 5 against Mick Terrell, challenging for the world title. I actually spoke with Ben yesterday. He is geared up and ready. His main goal is to win the heavyweight title and have the opportunity to defend it. And I know that he says he can't wait to meet all the fans. It's his main thing. And he actually... I don't know if we're going to air it, but I'm going to say it. He told me he wants to, if he wins it, when he wins it, he wants to hit the Children's Hospital in Kenosha because he was in there as a child and he had a really bad illness and he almost died. And he wants to show them that you can kind of regroup and what you can do. I think that's wonderful. Ace O Spade Sample says, I'm putting asses in seats and MFers to sleep until the belt is within reach. He's kind of a rapper too. You can see all the resolutions. That's just a couple of them. We posted, there's like 50 some. BKFC.com. Go there, scroll down. You'll see them. They're right around New Year's. Thought you'd like to hear them. Now, the next thing I want to get to, the signings. We have some multi-fight signings. We have some new ones. We have some continuing ones. So let's get to them. The first one, this is a guy who has fought for us in Kansas City before. He's at 8 different opponents, and 8 different opponents in Kansas City. Wow, it kept changing. I remember this guy. It kept changing, and he kept moving up and down and wait to fight. He just wanted to fight. It's Duran Carlos. Duran Carlos. We're not. We're going to put him up back there. Let me move my cup. I thought it was going to go over top of me. Duran Carlos. There you are. Congratulations. Welcome to the team. Another guy I want to talk about is Brian McDowell. We recently signed him. He's 1-0 for us, so he's had a fight with us before. And he's going to be fighting actually at Knuckle Mania 5, so we can throw him up there at some point. Brian McDowell. Do you want to draw the picture? Are you drawing the picture? There's Brian.
He
And
was.
isn't the camera work great how he cut his head off?
He was drawing.
Look, is he bald or does he have a nice head of hair? We can't tell. Brian
You'll have to
McDowell.
tune in.
I'm gonna have to have a word with our graphic.
Oh, you're gonna
design
blame
guy.
Jeremy for that, huh?
And because you can't see the multi-fight deal, so I can put that up.
I see a lot of negative space down.
See, now his name is cut
but
off.
now if we angle the camera, Evan, am I correct on angle? Evan's going to hit his button back there, and it's going to angle the camera up to make it better.
I don't know how they did things in the radio world.
Down a little bit. We need to go down a little bit. There, zoom in. Brian McDowell's getting no.
I like that close-up shot. We should have one of those moving forward. That's pretty good.
I'm getting nervous. You're moving this camera around so much. Brian McDowell getting a lot of screen time. Congratulations to Brian McDowell. Seriously, welcome to the team. Welcome back, but now you're officially part of the team. I don't even need to say anything. I don't know if you have these in the proper order, but Donald Sanchez, that's like I don't know if he was signed. It's a re-signing. That's awesome. Congratulations. Welcome back. We're excited to have him. Who else do I have here? This might be out of order. Figueroa, another guy. Ramiro Figueroa. This guy, a lot of upside. We've seen him fight before. Welcome back to the team. I'm glad you're extending your time with us. That's going to be great. I can't wait to see what he does for us. I think he was 2-0. I think he's undefeated with us. And I think both wins, if I can remember, were by stoppage. He fights at 155. This is by memory. But every time I see that kid, I'm impressed.
Knockout, or TKO. The second one, I think something happened to I think his opponent got injured or something.
Either way, undefeated, 2-0. But I do see a lot of upside. This guy, I can't wait to see him develop more and continue to watch his journey. And you can do that now because Figueroa has signed a multi-fight. Another guy, am I missing anybody here? I feel like I missed people. Oh, I did. Yeah, I did. I sure did.
Do you just want me to throw him up?
No, I'm going way out. Yeah, go. Just throw him up. I missed Dan. Sorry.
Well, this is another re-signing. We'll get this out of the way.
Zach Kalmus, we just talked about him with his resolution of trying to get the world title and a big win at Knuckle Mania 5. We're excited to have Zach as part of the team. Zach is one of the friendliest fighters you'll ever meet. He respects this sport, and he respects Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship and everyone who works here. Welcome back to the team, Zach. We're glad to have you on here, man. That's great. Zach Kalmus, I'll take that. I missed you, Dan. I'm sorry. It was in my rundown, the wrong place. Dan fought for us, I think, twice. A lot of energy out of this guy. He always comes in great shape. Dan Pettit, welcome back. We're excited to have you. There's Tyler Jones. Tyler 2-0 with us. Both wins, I think, by stoppage. He fought, let me see, I actually have a note here about this. He fought last for us. Yeah, that's right. Kansas City at Memorial Hall when we were there. He looks to return apparently when we debut in Oklahoma, whatever that could be. So I'm guessing that's going to happen if we signed him. Hopefully we can get to Oklahoma. Tyler Jones, welcome back. We're glad to have you. Who else did I miss? Okay, I think it should be the last one. Yeah. Yorgan De Castro, 4-fight UFC vet. He's had 8 wins by stoppage. That's what Nate Shook tells me. I'm not hugely familiar with all of those wins by stoppage, but I do remember, I think, reading about him before and seeing his name. I'm excited he's here. I can't wait to see what he's going to do. Welcome. There we go. I think we got all of the signings there. So we're there. And then the other thing, I'll make sure I didn't forget anything in my rundown. I think we promised a new show announcement. We've had tons of signings. We just did that. Bryce came on. We've had the New Year's resolution. So now let's go through the schedule. And then we'll hit the latest show at the end of it, okay? Coming up here, of course, we're going to be in Cali, going back to Cali. It looks like Pachanga, but it's not. It's very important. It's Pachanga. We'll be at BKFC Fight Night Pachanga. That's going to be amazing. Looking forward to seeing that fight. And then also, after that, Knuckle Mania 5, you're going to hear us talk even more about that. That's going to be huge in Philly. We had to release more seats, so if you're in the area, you better get them now because BKFC.com, they're going to fly. It's going to be a sellout. That's going to be huge for us. Then after that, we'll be at Mohegan Sun. Of course, Lane Van Camp. That's going to be February 1st, right down the road in Connecticut. I know Mike and Mish are excited about that. We are as well. That's around their stomping grounds, so they're going to be pumped up about that. After February 1st, we then head to February 8th, Newcastle, across the pond. Going to be another great show. And by the way, you can keep up to date of all these at bkfc.com, where you can watch them, where you can buy tickets. They're all there. After Newcastle, I know. That's what I guess I should say it before you put it up. Do you want me to do a drum roll? No. Okay, never mind.
There it is.
You couldn't give me one with your mouth? You usually give stuff with your mouth. Brrr, good, Evan. Thank you. Tickets on sale right now.
Triller HR.
Somebody's got to have HR around here, hopefully. Because you play the flute? Is that why? That's what I'm referring to with your mouth. Tickets, you screwed up my announcement. Tickets on sale right now. You're so stupid. BKFC.com. You can grab them for BKFC Hollywood, Florida, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Now, that's different if you're listening and not watching on a Thursday. It's March 27th. It's going to be on a Thursday. It's going to be a little different. I kind of like that. I think a Thursday night would be a lot of fun to do a fight on. March 27th. Once again, I want to say, when is it, Evan?
What? March 27th.
What day of the week?
It's on a Thursday. We're doing a fight on a Thursday for some reason. I don't know why.
I think it's great. I think it's great. I think you're going
to... What do the fans think? Sound off in the... It's a Thursday fight weird. Do you want it on the same day? Why can't they all be on the same day? Do you know why they can't all be on the same day?
I do.
Tell us.
I would guess, this is my guess, why we're doing it on a Thursday. Now, I know nothing of this, but is that I didn't look. Is that a DAZN show? Do we know this yet?
I don't know yet.
I don't know.
Did the graphic have DAZN on it?
I didn't see.
Pull it back up.
I would imagine it's going to be. Oh, we don't know. Okay. Well, then my idea is wrong. I thought maybe it was smart because DAZN, if you run on like a Friday or Saturday, you're with them, but you're also kind of competing with other events. A Thursday, eyeballs on us. Maybe that's
other
why.
Factors that go into, you have some venues already have something booked on Friday. They have something booked on Saturday. We want to get a fight done. We got to do it on a Thursday. It is what it is.
Yeah, and for me, dude, because I'm I'm working, but if I was a fan, I'm not staying up and getting hammered and getting all, whacked out when I'm watching fights. I save that for after I perform at my fights, right on the way home. But a Thursday gives me something to look forward to, like, okay, because look, when you go into work Friday, for the most part, when I used to work in the corporate world, you're kind of just phoning in anyway.
Well, people go to, football games, baseball games.
Dude,
during
back in the day, clubs aren't big anymore, but Wednesdays were big. Wednesdays were a big night in the middle of the week.
The fight runs till, 11:30. It's a little...
Some people are saying it's weird here. Some say it's definitely weird, but I won't miss it. Everything's weird, dude. Everything's weird until you kind of get accustomed to it. Yeah, I mean, look, do you remember the
Strange times.
I got one for you. The band Pearl Jam. Do you know what Pearl Jam even means? Think about it. Look it up if you don't. It's a weird name for a band, but we don't even think about it. It's Pearl Jam now. Yeah. It's like stuff doesn't match, and then you start doing it. It just becomes the norm.
What's your favorite Pearl Jam song?
I want to say, the party on my. Look it up. Anyway.
Party on your what?
Cat. I think that's the name of the song. Anyway, isn't Anthony Kiedis the guy that dates like the 18-year-old? He's like 70. He's like, who's the guy that does that?
I mean, they all do. No, it's the.
Is it not Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Dave Grohl. Yeah.
Name is it Grohl?
Yeah.
Okay, but hey, good for him. Kudos. But
I think
does that happen? Like I'll never leave my wife. I'm very happy with her.
Would you?
No, I mean, when you're rich and famous, if you're single. Does that just automatically happen? Young
Leo DiCaprio,
19, 20-year-olds parade around for you? Like, is that what goes on? Yeah. But DiCaprio's got the looks too. It's not like he's just an old, ugly, rich, fat dude, right? Girls like him still, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
You like him, right?
Yeah,
he's good. Titanic. You cried during
Wolf
Titanic.
Of Wall Street.
No, you cried during Titanic. You mentioned
movie
it.
I cried during is Braveheart.
You said
when he screams freedom at the end.
When we got here earlier, Evan's like, Brian. I said, yeah. He goes, I must hate you. Like my other French girls. I'm like, what are you talking about?
That's what I said. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
Verbatim.
Should start having fights on Mondays so Mondays won't suck so much. Mondays don't suck. Raw is now on Netflix, apparently. That's all I know. I didn't watch too much last night. All right. I think that about does it. Does that have anything else for you guys?
No, that'll be all.
There's no conspiracy theories or anything crazy today? Are the drones still in Jersey before we go?
I haven't seen any.
I thought I saw one over my house, but I'm not in Jersey. Are you still seeing drones, Brandon? Why are you not speaking?
Yeah, Brandon, get in frame.
Like you've said 6 words today and 5 of them were off mic.
All right. I don't know. I don't know if they're drones or planes, but I don't know. The media stopped covering it, so whatever. If they're going to attack, then what are you going to do? So.
Well, what are you going to do?
I don't fucking know.
Oh.
Is you know what? Evan, I can't deal with him. Yeah. Like he's barely on the show. And you're back there with him, and he's just disrespectful, Brandon, today. He's a moron.
I'm back to being disrespectful.
No, he's Captain Dipshit today. Captain Dipshit, Brandon, today. Like, you're not, you were drawing, what's going on back there?
Look, no, I'm just trying to put together your show. Trying to make sense of your
You're off mic!
Your globbity glue.
Yeah, you got talking to the mic.
How long you been doing this?
Rundowns.
Anyway.
Had like 3 things on here this morning. Had to build the rest of it myself.
I had a personal issue last night with my family. How dare you know what happened? That's not cool that you're doing this right now.
What happened?
You know.
Actually, no, you didn't tell me.
I made that up so people would take pity on me. No, I do appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much. Listen, it's great to be back. It's great to do some cleanup next week. We'll talk more about California. We'll talk more with Brandon. Hopefully he's in a better mood. Prick. All right. For me and the boys, we're out. Have a good week. We'll see you next week. Until then, get bucked up and knuckle up. Woo!